Let's talk about heating your home without electricity. How to stay warm in a power outage. After losing electricity one winter, I researched how to heat my home. I didn't have a wood stove, so I looked for other methods. So first of all, you want to start by insulating your home as much as possible. Put folded towels by the bottom of the door. Pull the shades, close the curtains. You can use towels over the windows. Hang blankets in the doorways and over windows. Pile up blankets on the floor. Sleep in a sleeping bag. The other thing you can do is you can set up a tent and put sleeping bags and blankets in the tent and sleep right in the room that you've insulated. So you want to do everything you can to stop heat from escaping that room you're going to stay in. So you're planning on staying in one room and you're going to shut off all the other rooms. You can drink hot drinks. Hot drinks will make you feel warm. And you want to start wearing layers. You want to wear a hat. You want to wear gloves. You lose a lot of heat from your head, so make sure you wear that hat. You can buy clothing that has electric heaters in them. So here's where you can buy clothing that has a heater in it, basically a battery-operated electric heater. Volt is one of the companies here. And you can see they have gloves, they have a vest, they have a pullover. They also have coats. Products here. You can get heated vests, heated jackets, mid-layers, footwear. Now, I have a vest and a jacket because I'm outside in the winter sometimes for 2 to 3 hours. And that's about as long as the heat lasted on these things. But inside where maybe there's no wind, it might last a little longer. And then you could charge the battery with the USB and maybe some kind of a solar backup. Now, the toe warmers are here. These are pretty good too. You can see here, you just rip off the thing and put it on the bottom of your sock, then put your foot in the shoe, and it warms up. They're pretty good. If you're standing on ice-cold pavement, it doesn't work very well. But in the house, they should be pretty good. Then you can get the hand warmers. And you can also get whole body ones. You can get the whole foot warmers. And here's electric foot warmer, heated sock. So just look through places like this. Amazon sells them. All the outdoor stores sell them. I don't see the body ones here, but you can get the body ones also. So what you really want to do is store a backup heating device that is safe to use indoors, and you'll need the fuel to power it. Now, a whole house generator is really the way to go. It's a great way to heat your home because you just connect it to your electric box. You have an electrician do that, and it'll run the furnace if it's a big enough one. But the only problem is the gasoline doesn't last that long. 6 hours on a full tank of gas, and then you have to get more. So let's look at some other methods that you can use. There's one clay pot or terracotta pot heater. This is the terracotta pot heater or the clay pot heater. And this is from Wiki How to do anything. So they show you how to make it here. And notice you just have candles under here. You could also put sterno under there if you wanted. And they go through how to make it. And it's pretty easy because I did make one and used it for one time just to see how it worked. And the pot got pretty hot. And if I go over here, you can see all of these different ones on a search engine here. This person uses a pipe to try to get a little more heat out of it. I've seen people put the two together and then making sure they had an opening in between. But this is how to do it. You can use a candle there. The only problem, again, with something like this is that you've got an open flame and you have to be careful about it. Now, because I was researching ways to heat my house when I didn't have a wood stove, the one I really liked best was the Mr. Buddy heaters here. So here are the Mr. Buddy heaters. Let's go look at one. And you can see that it's a propane heater, and it uses one of those small propane bottles, not a big one. And it is, you have to make sure that you can run it inside. And here it is, indoor safe heat. But they say on the outside that you can run it inside. You might want to make sure you vent a little bit. I would definitely get a carbon monoxide detector if I'm using this, although I don't think it really puts out that much. So it's only going to last as long as these little propane cylinders last, and you're going to need a lot of those and storing those like anything else. Let's see what else. Here's all the things they have. They have the Flex system, the Buddy series. They also have ones that you can put on the wall and hook up to, your propane from the outside. Now, if you look here, they forced air kerosene. Kerosene, I believe you have to ventilate if you're going to get that. Actually, these don't even look like, these look like work ones. You're not going to be able to use that inside. But there are some kerosene heaters that you can use inside if you vent it properly. So here are all the different things. And this is a really nice little heater. Portable Buddy heater. It'll heat your little room. Heats 225 square feet, so it should heat up fairly nicely. You can all gather around it. And it's nice because if it tips over, it shuts off, which is really nice. So you can get sterno, and again, you've got the open flame problem, but you can light up a sterno can. You can get an alcohol stove. Here's an alcohol stove. The problem is I don't think this one is available anymore, but there are other alcohol heaters that you can get, and you could check into them and see again if you can use them inside or not. You can make your own alcohol toilet paper stove. Now here's a picture. You have a quart paint can, empty, a clean one would be best. You have the alcohol and the toilet paper. And I did this. You take the inside out of the toilet paper, you squish it up to try to get into the can, and then you can pour alcohol over it and light it, and then use the lid to put it out. Now, if it's flames way up when you're doing that, you could add rocks to the top, and that'll control the flame a little bit. So that's a possibility. But again, you've got the problem of an open flame, especially if you have kids, and you want to insulate something. If you're going to put it down, you're not going to put it on something that'll burn. So you want to put some kind of a trivet or something that you would set it on there. Now again, I think you should be getting sleeping bags and have sleeping bags. You need a fire extinguisher. You need a carbon monoxide detector. And of course, best of all is the wood stove. That's really what you're going to be able to heat your house with. So if you can get a wood stove and the chimney installed, and you could check and see if you get one fairly cheap. I know everything's expensive nowadays, but that's what you should really try for. Now, if you have any tips or ideas or anything we can use or what we should watch out for or the mistakes you made, be sure to let us know in the comments. And also, if you want us to cover any aspect of prepping, leave that in the comments too. But please subscribe.